I look
Hi,
like
guys.
bad.
Hey guys, we're gonna do a little WINGSTOP mukbang.
Ash, scoot over.
Okay,
like
fuck you.
I literally get 2 pixels.
Shut the fucking camera up. They can't see me.
Okay, here. It's not my fault. You're so fucking tall. There, is this better?
Yeah.
The bag is
We're
literally
literally the
blocking
same
Lori.
height. Can we not spread this narrative?
We're not the same height because you already said that you were taller than me. So
I'm taller than you by like maybe an inch.
okay, so we have some fries. Oh. And then we have this big ass thing.
Ash, how many friends do you have again?
More than you. Anyways, we have wings. It's WINGSTOP.
No way.
It's WINGSTOP. Then we have honey mustard and some ranch. And now, sorry, there's a fry. There's a fry in here.
Fry, bitch.
And now we can dig in. So how's life, guys?
Good.
Honestly, not
Ghost thought you died
that bad.
because you weren't responding. So Ghost was like, "What if they died?"
That's crazy.
And then Ghost said that they
Yeah.
would laugh.
Wow.
Oh my god. I was kind of cold. I don't know. I was gonna cry if I didn't get my food. I was so hungry. I haven't eaten anything today
Same.
because I wanted to fill up my body for all this WINGSTOP I was gonna be eating. And then someone's grandpa had to fall down.
Is your dad like helping him?
Yeah.
Or
Not
he going
anymore.
To the hospital.
Well,
or
yeah, he
something?
came back.
So he couldn't have got it on the way back.
He was going to, but you came anyway. So I was like, okay.
Bruh.
And then how long it was gonna take him. Okay.
Right, guys, what if my grandpa did actually die?
I'd be mad because where's my WINGSTOP?
Girl.
I'm sorry, I don't know what I mean, okay? But what I do know is this WINGSTOP, and I want it in my hand and in my mouth.
I know what else you want in your mouth.
I know what you like to touch. Don't start. Oh my god.
There's gonna be a whole
Why is
fucking
it windy?
tornado.
Look at
That'd
that.
be so cool if a tornado was just like came by.
That would be so
It
cool.
better not screw up my
If a
WINGSTOP.
tornado fucking hit us and killed us.
Yeah. I'm not
No, it
saying
wouldn't. You have a basement. We'd be in the basement.
in
We'd
the
be
moldy
fine.
basement.
I'd
Isn't that
rather
like
be
an
the one.
irrational fear of yours, not having a basement?
Yes, because I hate tornadoes. And I always had to fear
Why are they
tornadoes my whole
skimping
life.
on these ones? They gave us like 2. Well, I had one. They gave us 3.
Oh my god.
I also had one.
They gave us 4.
I also had one.
They gave us the right
Yeah.
amount.
Do they ask you anything like, are you sure this is
They
you?
asked me for your last name. They were like, "What's the last name?" I'm like, "Dubose."
Okay, I was like, you know my last name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so since we don't have anything to talk about, I'm gonna tell you a story from my True Crime podcast. Let me check. Hold on. Wait.
Take your time.
You joking, bitch? What the hell?
Right?
So, this is girl from like Korea or whatever, okay? And she is in the military. So basically, this girl, right? She's in the military or whatever. And basically, like she's been training her whole life for this, right? So she's really skilled and she's really intelligent, and she's working her whole life for this, right? And she gets into the top school for the military, for the Air Force. Then she gets into the Air Force, and right now she's a junior, okay, right? And basically, one of her seniors, because basically, you have to listen to whatever the senior tells you to do, because if you don't, that's going to be a sign of disrespect, and then you're going to be like outcasted in the Air Force. So basically, whatever they tell you to do, you have to do it, whether or not. So the seniors like invite juniors there, but they usually invite the junior woman because there's not that many women in the Air Force. It's a male predominantly like thing or whatever. But they invite the woman there, the junior woman, so that they can boss them around and like make them get drinks or whatever, like slaves basically, because they can't say no.
Oh.
So that's what they did to her, even though she had like a shift that she had to do that night. But he was like, I don't care, you have to come anyway, so you better like change your shift or something. So she like texted her fiance, right? And she's like, okay, yeah, then I have to go to this thing even though I don't want to, right? Hey guys, I ignore any sounds that you hear in the background, but if you're really interested in actually like hearing the story and not in the bad storytelling way that I'm telling it, I really recommend going to Rotten Mango because that's where I heard this story at. I'll put like the link in the description below, but I really recommend that channel. So yeah, just if you want to hear the whole story, then I really recommend going there. So anyways, so she goes to the thing or whatever, and you know, the whole night is like basic, you know, like she's like being basically like a slave to them, whatever. Until so this is like during 2020, right? So this is when COVID was like at its peak. So everything they were doing was illegal. Because they weren't supposed to be out like doing this kind of stuff during COVID. So this was illegal. So for the seniors to cover it up, instead of calling an Uber or whatever to get home, they told one of the juniors to drive everyone back to like the little dorm things that they have, so that they don't get caught doing it because they know they're not supposed to. So in the car, we have the junior that's driving right in the front seat. In the other front seat, we have the senior that's above everybody in the car, right? Then we have another one of the girl senior. Then we have the girl. I don't. Is it about to rain?
I felt a raindrop on
I felt a raindrop.
When raindrops fell.
Didn't.
Yeah. It is to rain. I feel it. But anyways. So basically, that's her. Then there's some other guy, right? They're driving. And while they're driving, the one of the senior guys, they start like touching up on her, right? And the senior that's in the back seat, he's just like touching up on her inappropriately and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you know, she's like frozen or whatever because it's not like she can say anything. Because you know, this is a senior and she does something, then she's gonna be seen as disrespectful.
I did just feel a raindrop. Sorry.
Yeah. I caught another one. So mind you, in the cars, right? Oh. And then we go inside. I saw one.
I hope you get struck by lightning. Like
You're eating the food this bitch paid for.
I'm gonna take the food away from you. But anyways,
why are the fries cold?
it's been sitting out for like
right, like
No, they were mad behind. They were like, oh yeah, we just made this because we were behind.
They just made it?
Yeah.
They said it was already made when they called them earlier.
You're lying ass.
Oh my god. I guess they don't know that review. Anyways. So yeah. So every car in South Korea, right? They have these things called black boxes that records audio and recording of everything that goes on inside the car, right? So anything that the guy would have done, it would have been caught on video from the black box. But he keeps touching on him, right? And they start like taking people home or whatever. And until she finally is like, can you stop? But he doesn't stop. He keeps going, right? Obviously. He doesn't care. So when they get to like the girl, when they get like almost close to like the girl dorms or whatever, she's like, okay, can you just like drop me off and I'll walk back to the dorms, right? So this guy's like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah. So she goes and she walks back. She lets her out and she starts running, right? And she starts calling, like, he's like the manager of her little base thing that she's at. She starts calling like the higher up, like the highest one. And she's like, oh my god, like he keeps touching me or whatever like that, right? Then at the same time, the other guy who was like assaulting her also asked to get out of the car, right? And he starts chasing after her, right? So she's like running back to the dorms or whatever. And as soon as she gets that inside, he starts like banging on the door. He's like, please don't tell anyone or whatever, right? Like, I'm sorry, like don't tell anyone. And he's like, if you like report me, then I'm gonna kill myself and stuff like that, right?
Boo, bitch.
right.
So she's like,
Oh, you're gonna jump off a cliff? Go ahead.
Tell me why you do it.
So obviously, right? She's like, so she says like, no, I'm not gonna report you, right? But she already did report him.
Right.
So the next day, they call the guy in, right? for the thing. And they're like, yeah, she reported you or whatever. And they tell him everything. And then he's like, well, I didn't do it. So they let him go.
What the fuck?
And then they call her in there into the office, right? And they're like, well, can you be quiet? It's not that big of a deal. Can you like keep it on loud so that we don't get in trouble or whatever? So now she's pissed or whatever, right?
Right.
Obviously. And she tells her parents, and her parents are pissed because like, what the fuck? So instead, she takes it to the military police instead, which is like, you know, the police officers. Mm-hmm. So like, okay, we'll investigate. Mind you, the whole time they did not investigate it. Like all they do is like question. Instead of questioning the guy who did it, they bring her in there and then do a lie detector test on her. Instead.
What the fuck?
Mind
What's like wrong with them?
Mind you,
It be these foreign countries, bitch. I swear.
they have the black box that has all the evidence. So she gives the evidence to them, and they're like, okay, we'll go under investigation. They do not go under investigation. Instead, they say they do, and they don't do anything to try to waste time because they give them like 10 days, right, for the police to find something, for like evidence and stuff. So they use those 30 days up, those like 10 days up, so that they can be like, well, we didn't find anything. So like in the midst of all of this or whatever, and like no one helping her, she's like, okay, so what I'm gonna do?
I'm gonna kill that bitch.
No, I mean, I would, but like she didn't. But
That's crazy. You can't say that.
oh, I'm just joking. So, anyways,
In Minecraft, guys.
yeah, Minecraft.
What happened to your hand? Why is it like pink? No, that hand. Yeah.
Oh, I drew like a fucking skeleton on it.
Oh, fire.
So yeah, so instead she's like, okay, I'm gonna leave this base. I'm gonna go to another one, right, and try to make that like my reset, right? Try to get over this or whatever, and try to go to another one because she took like military leave or whatever, right, to go to therapy and stuff. And then she's like, okay, when I come back, I'll be at a different base or whatever. She comes back and she's at a new base, but her first day at a new base, everyone's bullying her because everyone knows about the sexual assault, and because mind you, almost everyone there are all guys, and they're all bullying her like, it's not that big of a deal. You're such a crybaby, you're such a drama queen, or whatever.
I think we need to.
And alive.
Bitch, shut up. We can't speak about that.
We can't speak about that. We can't speak about that. I hate men, and a lot of them need to shut up. I fear.
Forever.
True, but like,
You can't say that on here.
right. Well, you can't say that, but you can't say you're gonna kill them.
Okay, I never directly said I'm gonna kill.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. You
Oh.
said that.
Well, I don't know.
Anyways,
We should,
anyways,
take out their eyes.
back to the story.
Take out
So,
the eyes of
take
her.
away their eyes, bro.
So basically, so she's like, okay, I'm looking at Billy. So she tells her fiance, right? And he's like, okay, so I'm gonna come to your base, right? And I'm gonna protect you from all these people. It's like, if they do anything now, you know, I'm gonna go beat them up or whatever, right? I'm gonna make sure nothing happens to you or whatever, right?
Right.
And getting the husband, mind you, like literally, he knew about it only because they called in the fiance to try to make him convince her to shut up about it. And he obviously he said no.
Right.
He says that's my fiance. I'm not gonna do that. So but the only way they can go to the same base is if they get married, right? So they're all thinking about marriage, right? So they go and they get married in private or whatever, right? And they start moving into like a house, right? That's off of any of the bases, right? Because they don't want to live on like the campus, basically.
Right.
So they move to her house, right? And
When does it get to the murder part?
shush, there's no murder, but there's dying in it. Shush.
There's dying.
So basically,
Oh, grandma died when.
okay, so basically, you know, they have the whole day, they go in to get fast food and stuff, right? And so he has to go to like the night shift, right? So she's at the house like by herself that night, right?
So
So shush.
Bitch, I'll take your gun and point it at your head. I'm pretty sure.
If you die, I'm gonna like pick you up and throw you off the freaking railing.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
Anyway, so he's like, okay, So now she's back at her house, right? So he takes her now husband, right? And it's like, and he's like, hey, can you like get some like some kimchi and pizza, because that's what they do there in South Korea. They put like kimchi on pizza, whatever. It's like a thing that they do.
That sounds nasty.
Right, that sounds kind of gross.
So he's like, yeah, sure, I'll get it to you. And then, you know, they start talking, right? So after the night shift, right, he comes back, like, maybe like in the middle of the night. And he goes upstairs to the bedroom, thinking she's already asleep. And she goes in there and finds out that she committed self. Like, she killed herself.
Why?
Because the whole time, mind you, this lasted like months. This isn't like a few days, like a few weeks. This is months of her getting bullied by these guys every day because of her sexual assault. Mind you, this is not even the first. This is not the first time she got sexually assaulted by one either. This is the third time she got sexually assaulted. The other 2 times she kept quiet, but the time that she actually like, you know, like spoke out about it, she gets bullied by everyone, and basically everyone in the Air Force. So she couldn't take anymore, and she killed herself, whatever, right? You know, he's sad, but the parents are mad. So they start like a GoFundMe, and they do it all over social media, right? So now everyone in like South Korea, they're all mad at the Air Force because they were like, these are the guys that's like defending our country.
Right.
We don't want that. So basically they go like a riot type shit or whatever, right? So like, okay, finally. So they take it to like the government thing, I'm pretty sure. And they start like going through the whole case, right? So they finally go to court for it, right? But only the dad is able to stay in court because the mom faints when talking about her daughter dying or whatever.
Damn.
And the brother tried to throw a water bottle at the assaulter.
Fire.
I know.
Like,
And no, wait, the brother tried to fight him, which is why he got kicked out. The dad was one that threw it at him. But the dad got to stay. And basically, so the guy who assaulted her got 7 years in prison. It was supposed to be more, but he got less because apparently the court said that him saying that he's gonna kill himself, they report him, was basically like an apology for it.
what the fuck?
What the fuck?
So he gets 7 years. The senior who invited her to the thing in the first place, right, and was there to witness all of it, he gets like I think 12 years. I'm pretty sure it's 12 years. He gets 12 years, or either 12 or 5. But most of it is off because he gets put on probation.
How are you gonna make a bitch kill themselves and then like only get 7 years?
Right.
And then, everyone else, like all the cop people, they got 5. As you said, 5 or 2.
That's such bullshit.
And I'm pretty sure, I'm not entirely sure. I don't like remember all the details, but I'm pretty sure the guy who assaulted her, either him or like the senior guy, one of them died in prison. Like they didn't kill themselves. They didn't kill themselves, but somehow they died. So, and yeah, that's that case.
Damn. Let me go inside this fucking rain.
I know.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. I hope you enjoyed the mukbang, even though it was like all over the place.
I hope you enjoyed the mukbang. I hope you enjoyed that. That was crazy.
Bitch. Okay.